everyone. Greetings to you. You're welcome to Prep Class TV. So this is the first time of watching our video. I invite you to subscribe to our channel so you will be notified whenever we drop any video. Okay guys, so this time I've come again to share a very important information, and this one is directed to students who have had their HND and are looking forward to further their studies to the bachelor's level. You know, this is actually directed to students who are studying in private universities and are looking forward to further their bachelor's or further their studies to the bachelor's level after having HND. Pardon me, I'm trying to wear this. It's very cold. The temperature is crazy today, very low. So, so this information is particularly directed to students who have had the HND and are looking forward to further studies to the bachelor's level. So, before I proceed to the information proper, I would like to give you an insight of how the HND and bachelor system works when it comes to private universities. Now, you should know this that we have a lot of private universities in Cameroon in different regions of the country, and some are in the English system, while some are in the French system. The English system, it is known as HND, Higher National Diploma. In the French system, they call it BTS. That is the equivalence of HND in French. I don't know what BTS means. I don't know, but that's the equivalence of it in French. Now, private universities, authorized private universities, are only permitted to run HND programs on their own. That is how it is. If you do not know this, then you should know this now. Authorized private universities, that is those ones which are registered under the Ministry of Higher Education and have a registration number, they are only permitted to operate the HND system or the HND level on their own. Meaning, when it comes to higher levels like bachelor's or master's, they are not permitted to operate any of those mentioned on their own. They are only permitted to operate the HND on their own. Now, this does not mean that the HND diploma comes from the school. No. The HND is a system that gives some kind of authorization and permission to private universities, authorized private universities to operate it, but the certificate comes from the Ministry of Higher Education. Note that. So, well, the reason why I'm giving this out is because a lot of parents out there think that this HND thing is something that is run by schools, like they just go and print the certificates from some cyber cafe and stuff like that. No, it is a recognized certificate from the Ministry of Higher Education, where bachelor's and master's and PhD come from. That is also where the HND certificate comes from the Ministry of Higher Education. But then, like I said, the private universities are authorized to only operate HND on their own. When it comes to bachelor's and master's, they are not all permitted to operate it on their own. Now, reason being that bachelor's is something that is operated at state university levels. That is from bachelor's, not just bachelor's, from bachelor's, master's. That is something that is operated at the level of state universities. State universities, that is government universities, University of Boya, University of Bamenda, University of Douala, University of Yaoundé 1 and 2, University of Cham, and the rest, which you know, the government universities. They are the only ones permitted to operate bachelor's, master's, and PhD. Private universities only are permitted to operate HND on their own. Now, when a private university wants to upgrade its operation to the bachelor's and master's levels, they must have an affiliation with a government university of their choice. It doesn't matter. They must have an affiliation with a government university, which means that they need to meet with the officials which are responsible with the partnering department or some corporation department of the state university concern, and then introduce themselves and make their appeal, like say what they want, and then if it's permitted, then the officials of the state university concern will have to visit the private university to inspect if they have the necessary infrastructure that is required to operate bachelor's and master's. That's how it's done. And if after the inspection it is determined that they are fit, then okay, they will go on to sign what we call a memorandum of understanding, MOU. The memorandum will be signed between the state university and the private university, giving the private university the authorization to now operate bachelor's and master's. Now, what does this mean again? It means that uh, that private university will not be running bachelor's and master's level, but will be under the name of the government university with whom they have signed the memorandum with. So, if, for example, private university A enters into a partnership, that is into the memorandum stuff, with government university B, and the government university B gives them the authorization to operate the bachelor's and master's, it therefore means that the certificate for bachelor's and master's students will be coming from the government university. So, in other words, any student studying in that private university that is doing bachelor's or master's, his or her certificate for bachelor's or master's will come from that government university with which the private university has the understanding with. So, it's like you have a university has some kind of memorandum with University of Boya. That is, a private university has some kind of memorandum of understanding with University of Boya. So any student that is studying in the private university is actually studying under the University of Boya, but not on the campus of University of Boya. That's how it is. That's how it is. Because at the end of the day, your university transcript will be from University of Boya. Your bachelor's or whether your master's will come from University of Boya. In fact, you are a student from the University of Boya, but you are studying under a an authorized partner of University of Boya. So that is the essence of the memorandum of understanding that is signed between the state universities and the private universities. So note this from today. And then one final thing, private universities do not operate PhD. Never. If any private university has displayed on their placard that bachelor's, master's, PhD, just look at them as fake. They are not authorized. They are only authorized to operate maximum masters, MBA or MSc is their choice, not PhD. The PhD is for state universities only in Cameroon. In Cameroon. So a private university which is registered and also has an affiliation with a government university can run HND, bachelor's, master's. Those three, not PhD. Not PhD. So this is information for you. And also, the problem that many students do equally face after having achieved the HND is to want to do their bachelor's in a university, but then most of them are kind of skeptical if the private university they want to do their bachelor's in is affiliated. Yeah, most students are very skeptical about that. So most of them usually go behind to ask questions and stuff like that. They are right. They're right in the sense that there are a lot of universities or private universities out there who claim that they have partnered with or they are affiliated to this government university, and they will go to the extent of producing their flyers, their banners, and signboards displaying there that they operate bachelor's and MBA. Meanwhile, it is just some kind of routine to pull the students, and when you're there, you're there. But in actual reality, most are not affiliated. What they do is they go and partner with another private university which is actually affiliated to a government university. And when they do that, their students will be taking exams and other defense and other important aspects under the other private university's campus. Note this today. That is what happens. Now, what is the reason for this? The reason is because they cannot actually do anything on their campus because they are not affiliated to any government university. Instead, they have to join with the students of the other private university with whom they have partnered with at their own local level. So that when inspectors from the government university, because normally when exams are going on in the private university where which is affiliated, they have to send inspectors from the government university to come and supervise. So when the inspectors come, they'll have to check if the number of students in class corresponds to the list that they have. So the other students from the other schools need to go to that other campus to to write the exams so that the total number will match the number on the list. This is something that is happening, some kind of mafia, and you all need to be very aware of this. All right, you need to be very, very much aware of this. That's what happens. So, what I want to share today is that when a government university is affiliated to a private university or to private universities, the names of the private universities are added on the government university's website under the section of maybe corporation or partnership or stuff like that. For now, I've been able to get just the names of private universities that are affiliated to the University of Boya, and I'm going to drop it here. You will check on the description of this video below. There will be a link there, which if you click on, it is going to take you to a page on the University of Boya's website where you will see the list of private universities that are affiliated to University of Boya. You see it there clearly. I'm going to come up with more with time so that you see the private universities which are affiliated to government universities or which they claim they are affiliated to. Okay, so you check the description of this video below and you will see the list of private universities affiliated to UB, University of Boya. With time, I will drop maybe that of Bamenda, Douala, Yaoundé, and the other government universities. So you check. I know most of you might be surprised hearing this, but those are the realities on ground. So you should know that wherever you want to study or do your bachelor's or master's, first of all, check if it is actually affiliated so that you don't go and meet a situation where you're studying, they need to go and meet with another private university which is actually affiliated, therefore stressing you during exams and CAs and defense. You need to be moving to that university, to do your stuff. Okay, so this is what I have. So you just check on the link below, click it and see the list of universities affiliated to University of Boya. So that if any private university you know is claiming to be actually affiliated to University of Boya, you will know whether it is true or not. With time, I'll drop for other universities. Okay, so that's what I have for you today. So thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe on the red button, and goodbye for now. Bye bye.